Yo, welcome back to another episode of Hate It or Love It, sponsored by our guys over at SteadyPicks. I'm your host, Thunder, or LenDale White. Today I got my brother with me, man. Um, when I tell you, probably one of the hardest hitting, you know what I'm saying? Linebackers, but this is back in the day where you can get hit across the middle and they didn't flag you and shit, Jamie. Um, he played for the San Francisco 49ers. He played for the Tennessee Titans as well, out of Vandy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You better
My brother,
believe.
yeah, my brother Jamie Winborn. What's happening, brother?
What's popping, baby? Baby, what it do? What it do?
Man, I can't complain. I definitely appreciate you stopping by today, man. Thank you.
No, no problem, brother. You know that. You know that.
Yes, sir, man. I asked a lot of my guests, do you want to start with the college football or the NFL first?
I say let's start with the college, man. You know, just how it went in life, the
Yeah.
college. Then you gotta earn your way to the pros, baby.
You know, it's crazy, dog. A lot of the people that I bring on here, I swear they say the same thing. It's like, yeah, we got to go at the kids first and then get into that adult play, man.
You better believe it.
All right, so we got the best of week 12 college football games. And we're going straight into the SEC land. We got the Georgia Bulldogs, which are ranked number 2, heading in to the Tennessee Volunteers, and they are ranked 13. They have the Georgia Bulldogs at minus 15 and a half points. Hate it or love it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. The Bulldogs are a powerhouse team. They good in all phases of the game. And Beck's playing a lot better than most people giving them credit for. Step right in there. They hadn't really missed a beat. That's hard to do. Young guy.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sold on Milton. What is Milton?
Milton, I think Milton.
Yeah, Milton. I'm not. To me, he has all the talent in the world, but I'm just not really just sold on him just yet. And they have a problem to me putting it all together in the same game all the time. It's like one phase is playing decent. This one ain't. The receivers don't want to catch today. There's just too much going on over there with them. Now they are playing? What they playing in Tennessee, right?
Yeah, they're going down to Tennessee.
Okay, now that may make a difference. That 100,000 was it 100,000?
Yeah, that's 100. But you know what?
It's a real 100.
Jamie, I know, no. Listen, the SEC, that's different. I got to play in Auburn years ago, and I can tell you, like, when you go travel to the SEC for football games, it's a different ball game than going to play, I don't know, UNLV or whoever it may be. So for sure. But with that being said, Tennessee, like you just said earlier, they haven't put it together. Missouri just came in and manhandled those boys last week. I still think they're going to be having that hangover. Georgia, they just got Brock Bowers back, the tight end, the best tight end in the nation at this point.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous when he's out there. The Georgia offense is just a night and day. And like you say, Beck, young guy, step right in. He's up in the Heisman contentions right now. I'm taking this. I absolutely love Georgia to dominate this week in football, and beating them will probably rank them back up at the top spot. They'll move back up. So I'm anxious to see this. I want to see what Georgia can do. And I honestly believe Brock Bowers, this is a lock. He will have over 40 yards with 2 touchdowns this week. You could take that to the bank, man. Brock Bowers, over 40 yards with 2 touchdowns. Believe that.
I'm with you.
They have the over-under at 59 points. Hate it or love it.
I hate it. I don't think collectively it's gonna be no. I think that the score gets around. I think they'll be up about 20-some points on them guys, and they'll just kind of choke it on out. That's what I'm thinking. I don't see Tennessee scoring like that on Georgia at all.
Right.
To be honest with you, I just don't. I think that they get that rush in there. They bring that pressure, and those guys. One thing I like about Georgia is they capitalize on errors.
Yeah.
You throw that ball around them like that, they're gonna get it.
They're gonna take it. They are.
When they get the ball off a turnover, they have a high rate of scoring after that. So I don't see 59. I don't see 59.
I'm with you when you're right. I think Georgia easily puts up 42, but I think where the problem is Tennessee only gives us around 10 points this weekend.
There you go.
So we're looking at 52, and even if they get another, even if it's 13, we're only looking at 55. So you're right. I'm saying I hate it. I'm going with the under in this one. I just don't think Tennessee has enough firepower. Georgia put up points. Now, if it does go over, that's because Georgia's going to run it up. That's because Georgia has probably 50 points themselves for sure.
Got it.
Oh, yeah. Next up on our wheels, we got the Michael Jordan's North Carolina Tar Heels. They are ranked number 24. Heading into my Dabo. I'm a Dabo guy. I'm a Dabo Sweeney guy. I can't lie. I met him a couple years ago. He's my guy, man. And they have the Clemson Tigers at -6.5. Hated to love it.
I like that. I think they're gonna come to play. North Carolina. Now they have been, they have the potential to put some points up and stuff, but I'm not really going off numbers for this one. When I say this, I just got a feeling that, in the South we love football for sure. Yeah, and I just think Clemson has always been a team to be reckoned with, and that pride is gonna play. That pride is gonna come up, and that's what I'm rocking with this time on that one.
I'm going to have to agree with you. I say I love it. I think Dabo, he went on a rant a couple of weeks ago with a kid. He talked some stuff, and Dabo went crazy.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully. and then he came back. They whooped up on was it Notre Dame? So I think that Clemson, they definitely have the talent, but when you're coming back in with DJ going out to Oregon State and stuff, sometimes you do miss it. But I think that they're finally putting everything together. And like you said, Clemson has a chance and Dabo has a chance to ruin somebody else's party for the week. You know what I mean? So, and I think that when Clemson has an opportunity to do that, they usually come to play. So I'm going to love it with you. I think that Clemson handled business. They have the over under at 58.5 points. Hated to love it.
You know what? I kind of like that one because I do see the Tar Heels as having high power. They can score. Yes, they definitely score. And Clemson, they've been good on defense, no doubt. But I kind of see both of them scoring some. I like that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna love the over on this one too. Mac Brown's teams are they know how to put points up on the board. And I think
these
right. And I mean, it's not a super high scoring game in the sense when you could both put up 20 points apiece. You know what I mean? I just don't think Clemson's defense is crazy enough like that to where they'll stop anybody. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I definitely believe that they'll have enough to outscore North Carolina. So I'm going to take the over as well. I'm going to say the best for last. I ain't going to do that game next. I'm going to skip.
I didn't know how you was going.
Yeah, I'm going to skip.
I know how you feel.
Hey, on this show, man, we're biased, bro. We love who we love, man. Exactly. We can't take it away. Next up, we have the Battle of the Kansas. They got Kansas State Wildcats. They are ranked number 25 heading into the Jayhawks, which are ranked number 6. And they have Kansas State at -7.5. Hate it or love it.
Kansas State. Yeah, I love that. Kansas has been playing they've been playing good. They've been playing better. You get what I'm saying? Coach done a pretty good job over there. But that Kansas State, man, they too balanced, man. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing out there. They hit you all kinds of ways, and they're just more consistent. The more consistent team over a period of the season, I think, is the one that's going to make it happen. Yeah. I know what I'm going to get when they come to play. We know what we're going to get, right?
Right.
And that's why, not to mention that, they have better weapons, and they're consistent. Better weapons, consistent. They're going to win. They're going to win.
You know what? I don't disagree with you with saying Kansas State will win, but I do disagree with you when you say you love it. I absolutely hate this. I think Kansas does not lose by 7.5. You see, the best part about this is all they got to do is lose by a field goal and we cover. See, so I believe – you see what I'm saying? So Kansas State has to beat Kansas by pretty much a touchdown and a 2-point conversion for Kansas State to cover this. I just think that Kansas has enough in them not to lose by 7.5. They might lose by 7 points. They might even lose by 6. They're just not going to lose by 7.5. So that's why I'm going to say I like Kansas I hate it, actually. I'm going to hate it because I love Kansas to figure out a way to cover.
Okay, well, and you can do that, and you can do that. Listen, you can jump off the boat, or you can stay on the boat.
Yeah, today I'm gonna jump off. I got my life vest, man. I'm feeling real froggy.
Hey, you better put 2 of them on because I think Kansas State is gonna come to play, and I really think they might score. They might win by 2 touchdowns.
Listen, Kansas State is one of them teams that they showed us against Texas. Texas had them out by the ropes, and them boys came back swinging and fighting. So if anybody can do it, Kansas State can. I just believe that Kansas, with the role they're on right now, the Jayhawks, man, Joel Embiid's, the Jayhawks, they're gonna find a way.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna throw you my life vest too because I'm gonna stay on the boat.
All right, save me then, baby. I ain't mad at it. They got the over under at 56.5 points. Hate it or love it. I'm gonna say I love it. I just love it. I think that Kansas State puts up points for sure, and for Kansas is gonna have to hang with them. For them to cover on my bet, they got to hang with them. You see what I'm saying? So
they gotta hang, and that's where I just I just don't know. I don't feel it. I'm a feelings guy. I just don't feel it. I've been watching them play, and I just don't feel them sticking with Kansas State.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take the over on this, and I'm taking Kansas to cover. Let's go.
All right.
Next up, man, they got the Washington Huskies. They are ranked number 5 in the nation, which is heading to, we just talked about the kid earlier. He transferred from Clemson, DJ. I met his pops. I know his brother, Mateo. Solid family. I love him. Can't lie. His pops, Big Dave, one of the coolest dudes I've ever met, man. Solid dude, man. Respect to them.
Yeah.
But with that being said, they have Oregon State at -2.5. I'm going to stop you and say I love it. I think Oregon State finds a way. Washington has been riding this wave. They just been riding that edge for too long, barely getting over the hump. They have a hell of a defense. They definitely do. And if anybody can make it happen, Michael Penix Jr., which is he can seal his Heisman fate if he goes out and has a crazy game, I believe. But I just think that DJ, with all the pressure and everything that's been said about this kid over the last couple of years, he's going to come in and find a way to ruin somebody's day. They're ranked number 12. If he finds a way to beat them, who knows? They might, then they go into the Pac-12 championship game and they win. They might even find their way in the top 4, man. It's crazy to see how it's working this year. But I'm going to say I love Oregon State this week to figure it out, man.
You know what? I'm actually going to go with you. I'm going to tell you what I call this game. This is old school football versus new school football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because these guys, they run 55% of the time.
Yeah.
That's Oregon State.
Yeah, Oregon State. Yeah, they have the center. Their play action. It's old school looking football for sure.
And Washington, they want to sling it. They run it sometimes as well, but they really want to sling it, right?
Yeah,
and I just think Washington. I just think they wear Washington down, like you said. They got something to prove. It's a big stage. Anytime you got a Heisman potential coming into your house, going to play. The TV screens everywhere. Everybody's watching. Yes, that not only hypes that guy up, it hypes everybody.
Everybody. You're right, boy.
And I think that's going to come to play a part. I think they run that football, and they continue to keep running it, and they make a play here and there, and I think they come out on top, like you said.
Yeah. I think Michael Penix, might – yes, unbelievable. I just think he might do something. He's going to do something in this game where he's trying to do too much or overcompensate, which will give Oregon State that turnover or that big play that they need to, pretty much seal the deal for that game.
Absolutely.
They have the over-under at 63.5 points.
I don't think it gets anywhere near there. I'm going to be honest with you because what I think is
Washington does not play good. Well, listen. USC, we are high-powered offense, right? We definitely. Mm-hmm. But when I look at the last couple weeks, Washington has given up a lot of points.
Yeah,
they've given up a lot of points.
And running the football eats up clock.
You're right.
You're not going to have as much time. You got 2 gunslinging teams. It seems like there's a heck of a lot of plays being played out there. And that's because, the clock's stopping if you don't catch it or something. But that running game minimizes. You're not going to – I don't see Washington getting as many opportunities as maybe of in the past to even sling the ball like that. That's what I think the game plan is.
You're right, but Oregon State put up 62 last week by themselves.
Yeah.
62 points by themselves, man. And I know they play Stanford. I get it. But what I'm saying is I've seen Washington, like when they don't really play a great style of defense. Early on this year, the defense was lights out. But lately, they've been giving up a lot of points.
You know, and give it to me again? The over? I mean,
the 63 and a half.
63.
So that's, we looking at 30. So that's if a team that's 35 to 30 in this game. You see what I'm saying? It seems like a lot, but in college football, I'm gonna love it.
I think they can do that. I switch that. I don't normally switch up too much, but honestly, I really can see that. I didn't get a cold feeling when you said that. Actually, you're right. That they can do that. Yeah, they can do that. I'll go on that.
Because Washington's gonna put up some points, and Oregon State's gonna put it like that. This is gonna be one of them games. It's gonna be a shootout, man. I believe this one's gonna be a bang out this week. I wouldn't be surprised to see this at like 42-49 or something like that for sure.
Yeah, pretty good.
And last but not least, man, the game of the week we all been waiting for, man. We have yes, I say because I'm a big Zion. I don't care how bad we are. You know what I mean? I don't care. We got USC Trojans with these powder blue soft guys across the. They live down the street from us. UCLA or Pew. What's that smell? PewCLA. We got them. They heading into my Trojans. They have my Trojans at -6.5. Hate it or love it.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. I love it. I don't want to go back and forth. This is our last game before we go to a bowl game. I don't know which bowl game we're going to. We had a disappointing season. We got to call it like we see it. But I think that Caleb has a monster game on his way out, just to, prove to the world that he is that guy. It's amazing how you're number one in every major statistical category damn near in college football, and people are questioning if it's you. I don't see how it happens, but I think that we find a way to
y'all better block them twins. I do know that.
We better block a lot more than twins, bro. We having a rough. It's rough, like I think if Caleb has time to throw the ball to people, it's a different ball game all year. But when he's running around like Houdini and trying to make plays, things happen, man. So I'm still gonna take us, to find a way.
Caleb going out with the man he's still got something to prove. It's just personal with him at this point too. We got to bounce back and really show people, hey, put a stamp on this, And I think he's that kind of guy. He's competitive. And the team's going to be ready to play. I mean, hell, we know they got 1 million athletes over there that ready to play hard. And y'all don't like UCLA. Yeah, and they don't like y'all.
Except for they suck, man. Only thing they got our number in is in basketball. You guys suck. And I'm taking the over. Run it up. We're going to put 100 on these boys, man.
100?
Let's go. I ain't them powder blue soft boy, them teddy bears. We're going to run up on them, man.
Oh man, I'm gonna be
getting good stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to see, man. Hey, don't let me down. Fight on, guys. You better. And now we going on street straight, and we gonna move on into the big boy games, man.
Yes, sir.
We got a great Thursday night football game. We got Sleepy Joe Burrow heading into my guy. I'm already gonna let you know I don't bet against him. I don't care if he lose the week before and I bet with him. I'm coming right back and I'm gonna bet with him. Lamar Eugene Jackson is what they call him. Eugene. You get that name if you're a baller.
Yeah, so, he plays well against those guys, though.
Right. And they're at home, and they have the Ravens at -3.5. Hate it or love it.
I like it. I like. He usually plays well against them. That's the thing. I like it. I like it.
I love it as well. I think Lamar Eugene wakes up this week. That loss last weekend is probably sitting with them because they know they should have beat the Browns. Although the Browns defense bites, man. We do know that they got a Schwartz. I played with Jeff in Tennessee. One thing about him, he's gonna have them boys playing some ball. So I love it. I think Lamar just comes out to play though. But they have the over under at 46 points. Hate it or love it.
I love that because I do think Lamar, they've been putting up points. You know what I mean? They put up points, and Joe Burrow, they're gonna put up some points too.
For sure.
And so that's why I would go with that. And typically, like I said, Lamar's played. He's got a lot. You look at a lot of. He's got some good highlights against these guys.
Yeah. Lamar, I know Pac-Man wouldn't like me talking about his Bengals.
Oh no, you already know he probably throwing the dip.
But I'm going with the Ravens. I think Lamar bounced back this week.
Yeah,
and I'm taking the over as well with you. I just think that 23 points apiece ain't that. It seems it's a lot in the NFL, but I think Joe Burrow and Lamar, they got enough weapons on both sides of the ball where they can do that.
Yeah, they'll make that happen.
They have next up. We have Steelers. I stumped that terrible towel at one point in my career. They are heading into. We just talked about Jeff Schwartz Browns defense, and they have the Browns at -4. Hate it or love it.
I love it. I love it because
I'm with you, Jamie. That defensive line. I was talking about Deshaun last weekend about I didn't know if he was going to play or not, but when he does play, for some reason, them guys believe in him and they rally around him. To see how they rallied again last week against the Ravens is unreal. I didn't believe that they were going to beat them. I thought that.
What do you expect?
I know, but I just thought that Lamar had enough to beat them. You know what I mean? But then I think about it, that defense is unreal. So
unreal.
Yeah, I'm riding with the Browns right now. I'm taking them at -4, especially at home.
And I think they put tremendous pressure on Pickett.
Yeah.
And
there's a lock. Myles Garrett over 1.5 sacks. If it's 1.5, I'm taking Myles Garrett for over 1.5 this weekend.
Yeah, of course. Or do we breathe air? Of course we do. Of course he's gonna get a sack.
Yeah. But you got to get 2 though. He has to have over 2. So 1.5. I'm thinking a lock over 2.
They're gonna I don't see how you can stop him. He's definitely gonna get 2 sacks. He might get 3. That boy is bad, man. That boy is bad, man.
He's different.
Oh my goodness. I see the film and I'm just like, I don't get it. He stood in line for talent 3 times with God.
Dog.
He's like that.
You don't meet nobody. It's like you got the Aaron Donalds of the world. But to see a physical, when you see him, dog, he looks like he plays. It's no way around it. And they got the over under this game at 37 points. I'm gonna say I hate it. I don't see the Steelers scoring a lot of points like that. And the Browns, they do such a great job on defense that their offense doesn't have to score a lot of points sometimes. And I just think that the Browns will stop.
Yeah, you're right. And then you have to also Watts on the other side.
Oh yeah.
Arguably, they're both on that same level. They're both sitting in the same brand of car up there. Right.
Damn right. Yeah, they both in that Rolls Royce Cullinan, man.
You know what I mean?
They in the Bugatti.
You're not going to be sitting back there all day to throw or any of that. So I would put that down a little bit, So yeah, that's where I get with that.
Yeah, both go under. Next up, man, it's crazy because if my guy was playing, I probably would take him. I am talking about shirtless Kirk, the guy. His Vikings are heading into. I live in Denver, Colorado, so it's Bronco country around here. They say, and it's let's ride. Speaking of that, Russell Wilson has been playing unbelievable. And it's crazy because they still ain't really blocking for him, but he's showing you, man, if you give me a little time, I'm still that guy. Sean Payton is showing you that, when you start to believe in me, we can run off some games. They beat the Chiefs. Who they beat last night on Monday night?
Shit.
Bills. They beat Bills last night, which is a solid team, and Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Broncos at -1.5, and I gotta say, I've been going against them boys for a while. I gotta say, I absolutely love this. They showed me the last 3 weeks that they are playing ball, and I know when you have a solid leader at the front, which Sean Payton is, and then it trickles down into the guy like Russell, you start to believe that your stuff don't stink, and you believe that you can win football games. So, hey, I'm riding with the Broncos on this one. I love it.
And now, I played for the Broncos 2 years. I love it. Shanahan, all those guys out there with Boss and Champ and Bly and Lynch, all of the guys or whatever. I'm dating myself by saying all that, right?
But hey, that was a team back then. I remember that team.
Yeah. DJ Williams, Nate, my boy Nate, all of them, all of them, whatever. But I like that Dobbs, man. I like that kid.
Oh, now listen, Josh Dobbs, shot out to him. The fact that everybody's written him off or sending him wherever, but he comes to fucking play every game.
Every time, man.
You are right, brother. I wouldn't be surprised.
And that D-line, they're not that defense comes to play. And that's my worry with as far as the Bills. The Bills aren't rushing like that no more. Von's come back, but he's still getting his feet wet. So that wasn't really a serious rush. But the Hunt and them boys over there for the Vikings, Russell Wilson might want to sit in the steam room and drop 10 more pounds because you damn sure gonna be running around. I can guarantee you gonna be running around. Them boys are bad over there. They got 2 monsters. They got a bunch of monsters. Second team is really, really good. They're gonna come to play, man. And and I love the Broncos. You see my jersey. That's my boy. That's
Bree Marsh.
Bree Marsh, right? I love the Broncos. They gave me a chance, opportunity, but Russ, I don't know if them boys gonna be able to handle that heat up there, man.
I love it. Then you love it. I love it. You hate it. That's great. That's what this is about, man.
Yeah.
They have the over/under at 43.5 points. I'm gonna say I love it. I just think I know Josh Dobbs finds a way to put points up on the board. The Vikings are going to score. Another lock, Jordan Addison, a USC guy. He will have at least it's a lock for 1.5. If it's over touchdowns, it's 1.5 plus. It's a lock. He will have a touchdown. He will have 2 touchdowns against the Broncos for sure. Jordan Addison, USC receiver. Fight on, boy. Yeah.
You think he will? Now I like USC and I like Addison. But he needs 2 touchdowns? A lock?
Yeah, it's a lock. All I can do is get free game, man. Jordan's coming on. You'll see.
No. The boy's bad.
They're going to give him every opportunity to have.
I'm looking at who he's going against over there, though.
Yeah, I ain't worried about
that. That's Surtain and my other dude over there.
Yeah, that's when you make your name. That's exactly what I like to see.
Okay. I mean, it's feasible. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, the boy's bad. Boy can play some football, and he's explosive. It reminds me of that Branch that y'all got over there now.
Yeah, Branch.
He's a little bit faster, I believe. Yeah. But he's a playmaker, is what I'm saying. Yes. I could go with that. I can go with it because they're gonna get opportunities. Because I just think that the defense is gonna stop them boys, stop Russell them, and they're gonna have more opportunities.
Yes, sir.
I'll go with.
All right. And then last up, man, we had the Eagles, Fly High Eagles heading into Patrick Mahomes. We can't say because Travis Kelce, I think he was just in Argentina with Taylor Swift. Are they ready to play football this week? We don't know. They have the Chiefs at -3.5. Hated to love it.
I'm gonna hate it because I think that Jalen's got that team ready to rock, man. And there's something about those Eagles, especially defensively, man. They come to play, and when they do get in some type of trouble, I do like the DC adjustments. That shit's got my head hurting right now with this game. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm sitting here thinking,
I hear you completely. Jalen got them boys playing.
He's got them playing, man.
You got Patrick Mahomes and Big Red.
We know what he's gonna do.
That's just coming off a bye week, though. So that's why, to me, it's like when you think about it.
Is Taylor Swift coming to the game or not?
We are never ever. I don't know, bro. Hey, I would say she's there. Her man was just with her out there in Argentina.
Yeah,
he got something to play for. I'm gonna say I love it. I think the Chiefs off a bye week with Big Red. I think they just find a way. I'm not saying that the Eagles are a soft team and they're not going to be. This, we might be looking at a Super Bowl matchup right here later on down the line. I just say that for me, knowing how Big Red coaches and Patrick Mahomes, and losing to the Broncos the way they did going, I know that they have something to prove. So I'm gonna say I love the Chiefs to cover in this one.
Okay. Well, you love the Chiefs. I'm gonna stick with what I'm gonna stick. I'm going with the Eagles on this one, man.
I ain't mad at that.
I just like I said, gut feeling.
Yeah.
You know, I love Patrick and all of those guys over there, and Jones is like a god at D tackle. I love him. Oh, I love him, man. He can play some ball. But I just, and AJ Brown's on a streak, and they're gonna get my man from Alabama more active. I can see that happening because they're gonna be doubling AJ Brown. We know that.